Welcome back. Today we are playing as China, formed by Great Qing because we changed our government. It's actually been quite a while since we've played on this run, even though we've been posting videos every day because we had a backlog. And so what's going on now is last episode we made these colors run. We conquered both both the United States of America and the Free States of America, which is ostensibly more free than the United States of America. Although I think the Free States of America have slavery, if I'm not mistaken. So, oh, nope, they don't. And yep, okay, so they are freer. So we've just been trying to conquer the whole world. As China, our government is huge. We have an absolutely enormous economy. We dwarf the next biggest person. We can fight the entire world at the same time right now. And so we're just going to be continuing on that way. The biggest challenge for this run is going to actually be keeping up our construction queue. So most of what we're going to be doing is that. We have this war that is going to pop soon. And by pop, I mean they're just going to back down and it won't pop. This is kind of generally the trajectory for the wars, but we will add a few more war goals as well. We will just wait for it to tick a little bit because if someone else joins on the side of Austria, we want to be able to grab war goals off them. And we are just trying to knock all the great powers down enough pegs that we can just vassalize them and then annex them later. So that's kind of the name of the game here. And so to the end of trying to get more industry, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure all of our kind of centralized areas are making clothes. And then we are going to make up clothes in a whole bunch of places. And we're currently researching electric rails, so we actually will not worry about infrastructure at all. And of course this is very laggy. It lags a lot when you zoom in, when you're constructing a whole ton. But we're going to also set these to auto-construct as well. Just because we're kind of constructing hundreds of buildings at a time right now. With the 10,000 construction. We might even increase construction, but that's just hubris. That has to be madness. We've completely stripped all natural resources, except we have a ton of agriculture base, which is why we're going for the clothes. And we're probably going to do mostly clothes and tools, and that'll be pretty good. I suppose we could also sort by the amount of peasants we have, and that would also be effective. We actually could just be on pause for this. And then we will go in... let's also hit Formosa. And we will see if there's any place with peasants that's currently not making clothes. Southern Manchuria. And all of our production is in incorporated territories. Currently. Oh my god, this lag is unreal. Takes me so long to click. Alright. So then we will go into buildings and we will set them all to auto expand. We have 1600, we're building another 900. We'll set them all to auto expand. We of course could switch to electric sewing machines. I don't think we're gonna do that. We might do it at some point, but not right now. And we will take a look. Hell on earth. Alright. It's very likely they just back down. We will be waiting until later to try and ask for more. The easiest way to, kind of break down the great powers is to either cut a line through them to cause them to lose market access in one of their areas, which collapses their economy, or deny any coast, which is what we're trying to do with Austria, because if there's no coast, you can have no navy and you won't have any prestige. Just about everyone will embargo us because we have 1,000 infamy. Give or take. And only take, because 1,000 is the cap. So that's kind of what's going on there. As far as politics, ooh, I forgot. So since we have last played this run, there was a patch as far as the government goes, and we can't just, like, it's going to be much harder for us to be legitimate with our, I think we're, no, yeah, we're an oligarchy. It's going to be a lot harder, but we're just going to put this in now because we are passing a law that requires the trade unionists, and then we will just kind of proceed from there. Yeah, I'm going to run at kind of a low speed for this because just to keep up with the construction. But we will... I wish there was a add 50, to be honest. But we will add some cotton plantations to a lot of these places. Now I'm clicking on all these, but we'll see to what extent they're adding. Like, as I add to the queue, it makes it lag more, so maybe I should just be waiting. Alright, there's 1,400 things in the queue. It will take like 2 minutes to clear, at the very least. Let's see, and they backed down Austria, giving us Istria. What we will do is we will, I think, just delete all of this. You don't manufacture, that only goes down in mainland China. No competitors. And instead we'll build up all this stuff. Oop. And we can fix the PMs later. Oh my god, my kingdom to kill this lag. Okay, so now we're gonna just go down the list and find the greatest great power that we don't have a truce with. And we will start a fight with them. So the best thing we can do for them is transfer control of the British Raj. So we're gonna try that. And we are not gonna raise any of our army because we actually want wars to go through. But we will transfer. And then we will also, pretty much no matter what, we will also want to transfer Canada, I think. And then we will see who joins them, who doesn't, and then add more war goals accordingly. Maybe you want to take home countries to get Big Ben. I don't know exactly what this throughput applies to. I think it applies to every single building. Let's see. Yeah, so this would actually be a pretty big game. Or it's at least every building there, but how about here? Okay, so just every building in London gets a 1% throughput bonus from Big Ben, which is quite substantive. We're not going to raise any troops, though, because we actually want this war to go through. We might delete some of our military, specifically for this end. Let's take a look and see if we have... The problem is we just have so much military. And I think that, like, Istria is the only one where we don't have what we want. The place we just got. Actually be faster just to delete it there. We are probably going to discover a whole bunch of oil, because I think they tweaked the oil discovery rate since we last played on this run. I mean, I guess we can keep the construction centers. What's another couple hundred construction, right? Yeah, we are going to get the negative Boxer Rebellion to fire, and the reason why is because we haven't taken back this from Portugal, even though Portugal's a vassal, which is big sad. But we'll annex Portugal as soon as we can. Now, really expecting them to just back down and give it to us. They are minus 75 fearful, even though we have nobody raised. But we will see exactly what happens. As far as the laws go, I think we might... Oh, we can't switch off of anything. We really want to get off of state religion, but it's impossible, because our intelligentsia is a unique intelligentsia that does not oppose being religious. France sided with Great Britain, which is fantastic. So we can start trying to take stuff from them. I think this war will probably go through because it's not minus 75. So we have to take a think what we want to take from return state. The hell? Okay, what we want to take from France. Now we can return Siam. We could transfer Siam. We totally don't care about infamy anymore at this point in the game. I think Siam's just a protectorate, though. And they only have... Oh, they have 4 coastals. So we could go Picardy and then Isle de France and then Orleans. If we take all of those, half of France will be cut off from the coast and the rest of their market, no matter how they slice it up. So I think this is the play, if we can get all 3 from France. That should really chop them down to size, so we'll go after Picardy. Oh my god, my kingdom for the ability to just click on the map. Picardy is a little bit better than the other one. Picardy, Isle de France, and Orléans. Alternatively, we could go after Baroda, which is nice because it completely connects, and so all these internal ones would be cut off from the Great British market, and the Great Britain could not form a front with them. So they would rebel, and then Great Britain could do nothing, and so they would all gain independence. This is another way we could go. Isle de France and Orléans. And hopefully we don't get, like, Germany joining as well, because we'd like to declare war on Germany afterwards and not get a dirty, what's it called? Truce with them. Orléans. Alright, we're not gonna raise any troops because we want the war to go through. I suppose we could take... I think war reps is probably the only thing we're gonna be able to get for 10. Ooh, we could probably actually transfer someone. Oh, French Sinai would also be nice, actually. Just for the Canal. Let's see what we can get for transferring, though. No, nothing. I guess French Sinai. And we will not add any mobilization. Economy is currently extremely strong, and we are like minimum taxes, maximum wages, just plowing through everything. Yeah, constructing a lot of railways. Once we hit electric railways, though, we should be pretty set. After that, I can't wait until we can queue stuff, which is coming in 1.2 allegedly. But we are actually like kind of behind in terms of timeline on tech. And this is because we kind of have low literacy. One of the problems is we took a while to get any type of schools, and then we can't get public schools because we have state religion. And so, yeah, we really need a nihilist up in this bizzle. But we don't have a nihilist. But what we do have is more tooling workshops. Alright. The lag. Maybe if I zoom out, it won't be as bad. Maybe I clicked more than, whatever. Oh my god. Please. No one man was meant to have this much construction. we will set... I think all the food industries are lower level ones that we want to encourage. Yeah, except for this, which is bugged. Some of our units are bugged too. I wonder if the new patch will unbug them. We'll see. There's a lot of labor-saving PMs that aren't very profitable at all because our laborers don't get paid that much, so hard to make those profitable. Very excited if this war goes through. Please be less than fearful. Don't want them to give in, although just transferring the British Raj is pretty nice too. What we don't like about it is we still will get a, what's it called, a truce with France, even if they back down, which is kind of feels like it shouldn't work like that, but it does. It's my understanding. Yeah, we have gotten all the natural resources out. For the most part. People in history might be mad at us because we fired all of them. Let's build these up, and I'm just going to set them to auto-expand. They will do just fine. And then, I suppose we go back to adding more to the construction queue. Let's take a look at what our people are consuming. That's expensive. Now, the problem with glass is we are almost running an entire shortage of lead, so we can't really produce more glass. And clothes are dirt cheap. We will try and make food industries instead. Yep. 70, who cares? When you're dealing with numbers these large, nothing really matters. Except for the fact that you can't auto-construct railways, that actually really matters. It's incredibly painful. You know, maybe it's time for a story while I try and lag through this experience here. You know, once upon a time when I was a wee lad, I played a video game that didn't lag when you built way more than you were supposed to. I could decrease construction, but nobody wants to see that. Nobody's here for that type of life. Now, I know I'm putting them at 50 instead of 51. They should be at 51. Just bear with me. We're nearly doubling them here. Probably make a lot more tools. We can make more boom booms. I think fertilizer is actually kind of, yeah. Where do we have a lot of peasants? Oh my god, my kingdom cannot lag. This is so absurd. Keep on overbuilding. It's not a big deal though. This will just be, yeah. What we don't want to have auto-expanding is some little dinky thing that's not in incorporated territory. We want to stick to, or sorry, unincorporated territory. We want to stick to incorporated only. And we are about to mobilize everyone and try and get on these fronts. And we're gonna, I think we're gonna brick France. I think France after this will no longer be a great power, which means we'll be able to vassalize them. I think it's gonna take more work to do the same to Great Britain. Perfect. So now we will do all the military stuff. Notably, I discovered in this run, you have a maximum of 20 generals. Can't have more than 20 generals. Really annoying. Okay, so we will be doing multiple naval invasions. I'm just gonna pick names. And just hope they are big units. Anyone who's good raider I will raid with. And then you I will... I think some of these units are bugged out and need help. I think this one is required. This guy's required to get one of these buggy guys out. So we'll start assigning guys to fronts. We do have these fronts at home here, so I think we'll prioritize these first. Just put a couple guys on each of these. Song 2 Shen is one of the bugged ones. So we'll do this to debug him. And then escort convoys. Tasmania, and then is he debugged? He is. Perfect. And then you can just escort convoys to Panama or something, I don't know. We will put these guys on these fronts, this big guy and this big guy. And then we will assign some little guys to all these other little fronts. Back. Okay, and we do need Liang Kui is also bugged. Now he will be debugged. I think that's enough there because we do need a couple for these French fronts. Shikai Yuan. How about you? Can you assign? Which debugs him. The joys of having a military just that's this size. I don't think I assigned anyone here. Alright. Off we go. Into the moonlight. And then we can increase some of these. I think we want to up workplace safety. This does take a whole lot. I think that it's like per level it's... Didn't it used to tell you? Oh yeah, per level it's 6k. We just scrolled down a little. But workplace safety will keep our guys alive. And then we have this. Fortunately, we have... oh, geez, we have 80 battalions in reserve. That's fine. We can... We have insufficient tax capacity in a couple places, and so we could deal with that. We'll just slap down 10 on a few of these. Yunnan, 10. Hebei, 10. I mean, Shandong will eventually need them, so 10. Yeah, China is just kind of an obscene country in this game because you just have so much pop that, and so much like arable land, like Jiangxi. We have several hundred land used up, and we still have 900 left. I think it's 1500 is kind of where they start. And so we're going to get pushed here at the beginning, but not for long. And eventually we'll have so many vassals that even just our vassals alone can fight them, but I don't think we're quite there yet. Pretty flat in terms of standard living. It's really hard to pull that up because there's just not enough. We just can't do it. $1,500 in a queue. I wonder how many pages this is. 110 or 112 pages of construction. That's actually going to clear pretty quick, so you know what we got to do. Gotta add more. I guess we want some of this action. Yep. So, how is the weather? One thing I really enjoyed about the Romania run was actually not having this amount of, I think we just have all the tall ones, so... But I really enjoyed not having that amount of construction. It was pretty nice, actually. I think we actually want to head towards diesel pump kind of quickly. If you take a look at our economy, we have like an investment pool transfer of 7 million, which is just insane. And it's like, oh no. Oh, I think we didn't set all of our navy. Actually, this guy would probably just make a good exporter. We'll just make sure we have, like, infrastructure to here. Or, actually, to the Congo. However it wants to get there. Ooh. Sorry about that, bud. Did we, crack your country in one go? Yeah, our bad. You get a front in a weird spot. Just trying to keep an eye on some of this stuff. Now we kind of could also, what's wild to me, this is the first time I've ever had a country where graduated taxation makes you more money, because we're stratified and huge. And so, like, if we look, it's like over double our upper strata relative to lower strata in terms of standard of living. And so graduated taxation would actually make us more money. We might switch over. Yep. Made short work of them. Great Britain, we've already chunked quite a bit, and getting the British Raj from them, you know, it's gonna go a long way towards that end. Gotta keep a little bit of an eye. We actually might want to switch women out of the workplace as well. Oh, they're already out of the workplace. Yeah, we might want to keep them out. Could go property to women. Problem is we have so much work employees anyways that, like, just, and we have such a large population that just increasing population growth I think is probably better long run. So getting a lot of generals moved messages, just making sure they're all on a front. Kind of doesn't matter too much what front they're on. We are going to take a lot from them. Don't even really need to worry too much about the Raj or invading them. We just need to get the home countries. Do still have, you know, 115 pages for the construction. Look how long it takes me to just go through all these pages, man. Gonna need more cotton. I don't know if it's registering these clicks, but I am in fact clicking. I don't think it is. Well, it's been stuck on Monday morning for a little while now, so maybe it is registering the clicks. Do-do-do. I think we broke it. It's registering the clicks. Some of them, I guess. Now, where can make silk but can't make cotton? I guess nowhere? No, up here. And I think they don't have dyes or anything, if I remember correctly. When we set it to this. Oh, but they can make tobacco. Silk doesn't even make that much money for them. We must have a lot of silk. We'll still expand silk a bit here. And then tea a bunch. And then I guess we'll throw down a couple rails there or something. We're going to be having a lot of infrastructure problems. The reason that I'm not dealing with them at the moment is because we're about to have electric railways, which are going to solve all the problems. More or less. Probably less. You're right there, French? France? It's kind of cutting through them. England's not okay, though. England's ready to throw in the towel here. Can't say that I blame them. Maybe since it's lagging, we can go speed 3, just because, you know, lag is a special kind of slowing the game down. We're going to be picking up Picardy and Isle de France, which Isle de France does not have much in the way of natural resources, but we are going to pick up the Eiffel Tower, which I think is just prestige. Yeah, it's not very good. But also Orleans. Yeah, these aren't the best territories, but they will be ours. Very tempted to just delete all the manufacturing there. Say, hey, you need to, if you want to manufacture stuff, you gotta do it in incorporated territories. Might just leave it though. The problem is, if we take a look, we don't want to create a situation where we have a ton of industry in unincorporated territories. So we can't auto-expand them. So we will have to hand delete them if we want to be able to just mass click these buttons, which we've otherwise kept really well segregated, so that there's only incorporated territories that are producing anything right now, which I think we want to keep this separation, but that's going to mean deleting stuff. So, yeah. Wow. Just so many buildings at this point. Well, we transferred the Raj and transferred Canada. And yet, Great Britain still remains quite powerful. Did a little trial run when we came back to this. We played for an hour to try and get our bearings before restarting the run for realsies, good dealsies. And something that happened to Great Britain after we popped them out is they had a civil war, so they'd be very excited if they had another. Sure. I think this will also... I think that... Well, not anymore, but we used to be just exporting a mass amount of... or recall correctly, chairs and clothes. Chairs and clothes are insanely cheap in the market. Like, I don't know if I've ever been able to get this clothes price down, which is why we can't turn on sewing machines, because they only produce more simple clothes. The simple clothes are already so cheap. Just can't do it. Look at liquor price. I've never been able to depress the price of clothes anywhere near this much. But all of these inputs are getting expensive, so... Especially lead. Stricter laws, please. I'm walking here. Look, you remember when we put in all these groceries? Now they're at the back of the queue. Look at this. The queue is actually clearing. Insane. The amount of construction we have is too high. I don't want to put in more because I think it lags more the bigger the construction queue is. So I guess I'm going to let it wind down to around 500. Now we are about to click a button that fixes everything. Why are you having a problem? What's different? I think we already have everything on the same PM. Man, when we switch off of automobiles though, I don't want to clean up our motor industry, but that is going to definitely Croatia. Alright, we gotta pick Mnemonic tools, maybe? I think analytic philosophy. We're gonna go into buildings, go into development. Electric trains. I like loyalists. Don't care about prestige. We already, if we take a look, we already have a ton of prestige, and we just like are just exploding in terms of GDP. 6 billion. Insane. Also, yeah, what's like 100 prestige when you got that? Forgot exactly what I was looking for. What? I zoom in and the lag starts. Alright, we're looking to see if we need infrastructure. And we don't, because we turned on the railways. Happy day. I guess we need to check Croatia for what industry they have. Because I forgot we picked up Croatia. Yeah, nothing. We deleted it. Good riddance. Set both of these to auto-expand. And we will have to do that with the new French territory. I dread integrating anyone, because I feel like it's going to be a long pause and work on stuff. I guess we can start enabling some of these PMs. It really doesn't... Our Navy can just take them, so... And maybe we should wind down... Maybe we should wind down some of these PMs that we're using, just so that people are willing to go to war. Like, oh, we're not even using machine gunners. Yeah, I guess we won't use machine gunners. Who needs them? We'll probably switch to infiltrators, though. France, are you about ready to give up? Alright. Is there anything expensive in our market that we can fix? And the answer is no, but we can still cry about it. Engines, glass. Yeah, none of this we can fix, except for the fine art, maybe. Where has the most peasants? I think we'll actually choose a place that... Alright, we're gonna need to swap over all that stuff. I think if we are not in this menu... Okay, yeah. So Hainan, we're encouraging manufacturing. So we will build the Arts Academy there. Because I think that it benefits from encouraging manufacturing. Oh, let's just check. Or did they change it? I think they actually changed it. Yeah, so now it just benefits. So we don't want an arts industry here. We'll build a level 51 in the capital, though. Forbidden City, notably, I think is the best unique building. 50 authority, 20 legitimacy from head of state and government. Baller. Alright. Oh, we need to declare a war. I think that we haven't fought them recently. So we will go after Pomerania. And hope that someone joins them. And we will also add more war goals. God, it feels so bad to delete stuff, but you know. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna delete all the manufacturing here. We're just gonna say bye to all your jobs, bros. You're all fired. Same with you. See you later. Bye-bye. I would not do this unless I had just an obscene amount of construction, which I do. And we'll set everything to auto-expand that's remaining. Definitely don't need the barracks. We would love to have local barracks, but that's not very good in the light of fact we can only have 20 generals. So, it doesn't quite vibe with everything else. But now if we take a look at the market tab, the French market only gets this. This part is exiled, which means all the French market is now white. So all these countries and stuff have no access to the center of the market, which is over here. So the French are going to collapse. They'll have a civil war. We'll help out the other side. They're going to just go like straight to nothingness here, I believe. And we're starting to try and pick up the coast against Germany as well here. They, of course, are minus 75 fearful. So, unless someone joins on their side, we will just get just the Pomerania. But we'll try and split them in half as well. So we'll go Pomerania, Brandenburg, and then I think Saxony. Yeah. Could also liberate some countries. Not terrible. But I don't know which one's the biggest. Might be easier just to take them individually. Speed is going a little bit smoother now. 6.3 billion. Man, we're cruising. Oh, we need a lot more. Oop, we don't need more there. Oh well. I actually think I dealt with this a little bit. There's quite a bit in the queue. I keep looking at this like this might be a potential problem, but it's not. It's not at all. Oh, we get Russia in here. Well, we're gonna puppet Russia. Just like to remind everyone that 1,000 infamy is the cap, and that's just kind of where we're staying. But is Great Britain weak enough? They're not quite weak enough for us to puppet, but if we take home countries, Midlands and Land. I don't think there's a way for us to isolate the market of Great Britain. But we will be adding a lot of war goals here. They back down even with that huge alliance. Okay, so now we have truce with a bunch of people. Unfortunate. We will also switch to this view. I hate that you can't delete stuff from that view. And delete all this. Sorry, guys. Don't need any of this. And we will subsidize you. I think all the rails? No, we gotta subsidize the rails. Alright. So, now, who is the next biggest guy we don't have a truce with? And this is the name of the game now. Austria we have a truce with, Great Britain, France, North Germany, Free States, and like the next 5 guys are all our vassals or whatever. I think Italy. Persia, we might go after. I think we can just annex these guys. I think I want to do that at the end of the episode though, because we're just going to switch over all the PMs, which is going to take an insane amount of time. Actually, let's do this now. And we expect them to just back down. But they might not. We'll see. Poor French market. Just absolutely annihilated. All the white spots, France, 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 France. Because they picked this side for their market instead of this side. So, expect to see them fall from grace here. Let's even just kind of try and take a look. If no one joins on their side, I will mobilize everyone, because we would rather the war not pop. But let's take a look at their GDP. Oh, it seems to be plummeting now. That's weird. What about their population? Oh, it also seems to be cranking down. So they will, they're facing annihilation, basically. Even not mobilizing anyone, I can push on all fronts with just my subjects. Running a 5 mil surplus. Italy sides with the East India Company. Perfect. We will not mobilize anyone. We really want to do stuff against Italy. So we will try and transfer subject. What is Iraq to them? Just in the market? Alright, give me a sec here. Oh, we can only liberate Tuscany? Is this a... do we have... we should have interests everywhere here, but we might not. We have nat interest almost everywhere. We only have 11 declared. What can we take off Italy? So I think this is their capital and their market. So if we take Abruzzo and Lazio, that would, I think, do a lot to hurt them. So why don't we do that? We, in theory, could look for a place that has a lot of lead, because that is what we, like, really just desperately need as well. Great Britain sides. Oh, we might get ourselves a big war. Oh, they're still minus 75. We're probably not going to get it. We will, from Great Britain, probably transfer this guy. Or maybe we just take home countries. I think we actually incorporate home countries. Guess we're kind of waiting to see if anyone else joins this war. Not mobilizing anybody. Ooh, let's make sure we're producing the Sinai Canal. Put a port at the front of the queue. Or sorry, the Suez Canal. We will subsidize it. Pain. Do have this stuff in the queue though. Also, it's really not that painful because that's like almost nothing relative to the whole pie, the whole enchilada, the whole shebangle. Yeah, we're already handling it. Probably stand to increase. I forget East Angola is expanding just very slowly because we lowered our stuff to 1. Come on, you can do it. Just let this war pop. Do not back down. Do not collect $200. Expansion's going good. It's gonna be a nice map painting when we take Russia on. A lot of these countries are our protectorates as well. Like Mexico, I think. We're damaging relations with them, so we can declare war on them. Alright, let's see if we need to build any rails. I don't think we will, but doesn't hurt to look. And they back down. So now we have the entire East India Company, which will be quite a lot of by hand cleaning up because I think we're going to delete almost all their infrastructure and add almost all nat resources, and so this will take a while. We want all of our production to be, you know, in incorporated China, so we will call this an episode. This episode, we drove our enemies before us and we heard the lamentations of their women. No, so we had a war with Britain and France. We're trying to cut people down to size. We had an Austria back down, a North Germany back down, and we are trying to cut them in pieces so that their markets are all messed up like France's, because France is just this little thing. Nowhere else has market access, so they're just going to collapse. Like, they don't have market access anywhere in here. They're just going to collapse. They're going to fall apart. They can't get guns anywhere here, right? So, like, they can't manage a military with the rest of the world, and this is kind of what we're trying to do to all the great powers, so we can just force vassalize them. So, for example, we could vassalize Russia if we can find a way to get a war with Russia, which I think we're going to declare war on Persia here in the interim to try and get a war with them. But for now, this will be the episode. In the interim, we are just going to fix up what's going on here. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and you know, do the YouTube algorithm stuff. Maybe drink some water. I've been trying to stay more hydrated, and have a good one.